Given that Souk is such an ideal fly fishing environment, one may wonder why it took until 10 years ago to establish a fly fishing club. Let's ask Gary Bettridge, the founding president, and basically the president ever since, what happened.
Hi Gary, here we are sitting at the beautiful Souk River. Tell me a little bit about the history of your club here.
Well, West Coast Fly Fishers first started off with Ed Bolter and myself discussing about what we could do to involve youth in fly fishing, and this all stemmed from a camping trip we had done with the Hague Brown Club with my son Justin, and so we decided one day to put on a meeting in Souk here at the Sea Park Arena. We rented a room and put a little ad in the paper, and 27 people showed up. So we took that as a fairly positive response, that people would like a fly club in Souk. And virtually that's how it started. I ended up being the president, and Ed said he'd look after the books, and local gal Jane Jowett said she'd be the secretary, and Bruce Logan volunteered the meeting room up at Village Foods, and away we went. So now the club meets on the first Tuesday of every month for fly tying activities, safety, rigging rods, tying knots, doing general activity night. And on the third Thursday of every month we have what we call a general meeting, and that may be to conduct club business. Or it may involve presentations from members of topics of interest, or having guests come in. We also have guests come in sometimes for fly tying.
You said that the orientation towards youth and the support of youth was a big feature of your club. How did that come about?
That came about from actually that fishing trip we took with the Hague Brown Club, and a lot of Hague Brown members were very impressed with my son Justin's ability to tie flies, especially match the hatch type tying in camp at night, and they all wondered why a young guy like him couldn't join their club. Well, it turned out they have nothing in their bylaws for that, and they happen to meet on licensed premises, so that couldn't happen. So hence West Coast Fly Fishers and our youth involvement, which has been locally with first off the Journey Middle School fly tying program we conduct there every year. I think we've missed 1 year, but that's still ongoing. We've just recently completed that, and we're quite involved at different periods with the local first scout group of Souk, boys and girls. We had I think 23 of them at one time came for a fly tying night to tie their first woolly bugger, and then about 2 months later, when the weather was good, we all convened down at Young Lake at the scout camp and took them all out fishing. It was very successful. We're also involved at all Souk days, the Canada Day on the flats here, and also the Souk Fall Fair, the Pink Salmon Festival for kids. We've put on fly tying demonstrations and got them involved with basic casting, that sort of thing. So we keep actively involved.
Very good, and I was very impressed by reviewing your original notes before opening the club by the very comprehensive vision you had for the club. That included conservation and stuff. Can you tell me a little bit about your club's or our club's conservation activities?
Basically, conservation as such, we haven't done any projects, so to speak. We've tried to give public notice down at the Lions Jetty, down the Rotary Jetty, I think it is, down in Souk, with a notice just bringing to the attention to the public that you can't retain cutthroat trout, sea-run cutthroat. Up on the river here, we've put notices up along the river just to educate people on treating salmon properly and treating their habitat properly. We have a little business card we've developed with do's and don'ts on the river, and that involves etiquette as well as looking after the fish after you've caught them, because it is a catch and release river. Fly fishing only through the limited period of time when the salmon are running.
And what do you see for the future of the club?
Well, I would hope that the club continues to have a community presence in community activities around, and also keep up our tradition, if you want, with youth.
Very good. Thank you very much, Gary.
And so, with Gary, we hope that we will be allowed to continue enjoying our beautiful lakes and rivers and the fabulous fishing they offer. We look forward to sharing the company of other fishers. Other fishers, be they two-legged or four-legged or winged, furred or feathered. And we will continue to endeavor fulfilling our responsibility for all of them. What does the greatest fisher of all say to that?